Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome into my second ever New York Knicks Q&A live stream on my brand new YouTube channel, Knicks Media. You guys showed a ton of love on my first live stream last night, so I thought it was only right to come back on here and give you guys another Knicks Q&A. I love communicating with you guys. I love hearing you guys' questions, and I love just talking Knicks basketball. So welcome into the stream, and let's get this thing started off right away. I'll say it all over again. I had so much fun last night with you guys. So again, I had to be live again because it was just way too fun to talk about this Knicks team. And there's finally some positive energy around the New York Knicks. First time in a long time that we can finally say that this front office is doing the right things in order to put this franchise the right way. Let's put it that way. The Knicks have never really had a long-term vision. They never really thought of building for the future, and that's what they're doing right now. So that's why I want to go live and, talk some more Knicks basketball. Everybody, welcome into the stream. How is everybody doing tonight? How is everybody doing tonight? Hit that like button while you're on your way in here so we can get this out to as many Knicks fans as possible, and I'm going to be answering as many of your guys' questions. So, let's kick it off right away. You guys have any questions that you want to talk about the New York Knicks? So far, we got 5 people in the stream. For those 5 people, welcome in. How are you guys doing tonight? I know we got some people that were in here last night as well. King the Man, I recognize you. King the Man, I'll answer your question to start off the night. What do you think about Victor going to the Knicks? I know that there was a report out there that Scott Perry was interested in trading for him, and then Leon Rose shot that idea down. I am on Leon Rose's side here. I don't think trading for a guy like Victor Oladipo is the right thing to do for the Knicks right now. He had a gruesome injury, and I know he came back from it and played pretty well. But the current state of this Knicks franchise is we need to, save our assets, save our young talent, and develop our own guys and develop our own foundation, which will eventually acquire, free agents. And I feel like that's what we need to do. And I feel like that's their vision. So that's why I'm happy Leon Rose is here, because if Leon Rose was not here, I feel like Scott Perry would give up a ton of assets in order to acquire Victor Oladipo. I think Victor Oladipo is a great player, but I do not think that he is a championship caliber guy. He needs to have, another 2 stars on his team in order to win a championship. He's not somebody that can just win it all for you. Are you surprised about the Brandon Ingram got a max contract? I expected it. I think that he was, he's well deserving of it. When he got traded over to New Orleans, a lot of people writing him off, not thinking he's going to be any good. But, he balled out for the Pelicans. And I was hoping that the reason why the Knicks, why the Pelicans have not signed him, why it took him so long, is that the Knicks were low-key behind the scenes, offering him a lot of money. But the Pelicans end up getting him, because I feel like if the Knicks snagged Brandon Ingram, that would have been a steal, even though he did get a max contract, which was a lot of money. We got Dylan giving us his starting 5. We got Frank at the 1, RJ at the 2, Knox at the 3, Toppin at the 4, Mitch at the 5. Develop the young players. Starting anyone else is kind of pointless. Dylan, if you watched my stream last night, that was the exact starting 5 I gave as well. So me and you have the same wavelength, and I couldn't agree more. We got 16 people in the stream. Welcome in, everybody. Make sure you hit that like button while you're on your way in here, and sit back and relax and ask away about the New York Knicks. I'm super excited to get this kicked off tonight. Trade away Randle. Love the channel, by the way. Thank you so much, King the Man. I appreciate the love, and I think that we should trade away Randle, but I genuinely don't know if they will. I feel like they are in a win now mindset, and Julius Randle, as horrible as he was in terms of player development for the guys around him, and being an ISO player, thinking he's a point forward when he's not. He is not a scrub. Julius Randle's not like a terrible NBA player. He actually had some really good games as a Knick, but he's too inconsistent. I agree. I think they should trade him away, but I don't know if they will. Hello, what's going on, Samuel? Welcome in. Welcome in. Is Westbrook going to the Knicks? I heard that there was rumors that ever since the draft, all of those rumors about Westbrook coming to the Knicks has kind of died down. And I haven't really heard anything else from that front of the Knicks getting Russell Westbrook. So for those of you guys that are new to the stream, I want to make sure I go live again tonight, because last night you guys killed it. You guys got me over 200 likes, and now it's over like 500 likes. Like last night's stream has around 500 likes, and that is absolutely ridiculous. You guys are absolutely amazing. If you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure you smash that like button. I'm so excited to give you guys more Knicks content. Sorry if you answered this already. Who starts at power forward this season? I did not answer this question yet. My gut tells me Randle's going to start, and that's just because, he is the proven veteran and Obi's a rookie. I would way prefer Obi Toppin starting, no doubt. But, there's some buzz around Obi Toppin, around Knicks fans that are saying, like, what if Obi plays the 3? I mean, if you look at his tape and if you look at his workout tape, with Chris Brickley, he looks like he's way more elusive. He looks like he has a nice ball handling. He has a smooth jump shot, and he doesn't really look like a stereotypical 4. So if he could, I'm not saying he should play the 3, but it's interesting to see some Knicks fans say that about Obi Toppin. So I just went over the Oladipo stuff. I'm going to go over it one more time, and it'll probably be asked throughout the stream. So I'm sorry if you guys hear me say this over and over again, but, so Victor Oladipo, GM Scott Perry is interested in trading for him, but President Leon Rose has shot that idea down, and I am on Leon Rose's side. I don't think trading for Victor Oladipo is a smart move for where this New York Knicks team is right now. I don't think that he is a culture changer. I don't think that if we get Oladipo, we're going to the championship. I feel like Oladipo is a guy that will be like the 3rd best player on a championship team. And I think Oladipo is a phenomenal player, but, he's coming off a crazy injury. He played good after the injury, but I would stay away. I would hold on to our assets. We need to build through the draft, man. Will the season be considered a success if the young guys guided the Knicks to a playoff? Absolutely, Andrew. I think this season is all about the young guys. And I'm going to compare it to the Brooklyn Nets because I want to see exactly what the Knicks did. What the Brooklyn Nets did is they drafted a lot of players. They had a big foundation. They had a good coach who they fired, surprisingly. And they went to the playoffs with not a star. They had their young guys, and they looked like a good team. That is why Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving wanted to go to the Nets, is because they had young guys that went to the playoffs and they played well together. And the stars looked at the Nets and they're like, yo, you know what? That team right there has depth, and they are a star away from competing. And that's what I want to see this year for the Knicks. We're hoping that these young guys, RJ can develop into something better than he was last year. Mitchell Robinson can become dominant as a center, and Obi Toppin can show his potential. And then, free agents look at the Knicks and they win, and they're like, wow, this team is 1 star away, and I can be that star. Frank is going to be a monster this season. Let's go, Hayton Nate. I love that. I'm a big Frank believer. I know a lot of Knicks fans, are divided in terms of if Frank is going to be good or not. I think that his defense is going to, make or break his career. And what I mean by that is he's such an elite defender, where if he can be consistently elite as a defender, then he's going to have a long career, because defense is a really important aspect of basketball. And I feel like it's not, I wouldn't say it's a lost art, but, the NBA is evolving into these crazy athletic, offensive players, crazy shooters and playmakers, where the defensive side of things is kind of, losing the trending. And I feel like Frank Ntilikina has so much defensive upside, where when all these Knicks fans hate on Frank, think he sucks, I'm like, do you not see how much potential he has as an elite, perimeter defender? And, collaborate that with Mitchell Robinson down low and Tom Thibodeau coaching. Like, let's go, man. Let's go. So now we got 40 people in the stream, 8 minutes in. Welcome into the stream, everybody. If you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure you hit that like button on your way in. I would appreciate that. Last night I went live and you guys smashed that like button like crazy. Got me over 200 likes. And then after the stream, I went over 500 likes. That's all because of you guys. So if you guys are enjoying tonight's stream, make sure you smash that like button. And I also created a brand new YouTube channel. So there's no content on there yet, but I'm going to mention this throughout the stream because I want to make sure people are aware of this. So I have a lot of YouTube channels on my own. So I just created this one today. There's no videos there yet. It's called Basketball Kingdom. So if you guys are interested in, NBA YouTube content, go down below in the description, click on that link and hit that subscribe button. Again, there's no videos yet, but I'm going to grind out a lot of NBA type of content there. And make sure you stay tuned. I'm not going to show my face on it. It's going to be types, top 10s and, playoff predictions, who's going to win the championship, top 10 rookies, rookie of the year predictions. A lot of NBA content will be on Basketball Kingdom. So if you guys are interested and you guys want to support me, that link is down below in the description. So make sure you click on that link and give it a subscribe because that would help me out a ton. But other than that, let's get into more questions, man. I believe the Knicks can fight for the 6th and 8th seed. I'm loving the optimism, Wayne. I think that's the goal. I feel like every Knicks fan is on board. I feel like we all want the Knicks to make the playoffs. And I feel like we need to do that because it's all about, like I said, building a foundation and letting the young guys play together. And if we can make the playoffs with this current roster, say the Knicks are done, say there's no trades, there's no, Russell Westbrook coming, there's no anything crazy, and this is the roster, and this roster makes the playoffs, that means RJ Barrett is a stud. That means Mitchell Robinson played extremely well. That means Obi Toppin had a really good rookie performance. And that potentially means Julius Randle played pretty well. Again, if we make the playoffs, that means this entire team is playing really good. And that also means Tom Thibodeau is all that he's hyped up to be a great coach. Nah, Randle's trash. Stop it, bro. I agree. I think Julius Randle should get traded. Trust me. I'm not a guy that thinks they should not trade away Julius Randle. But I'm just saying he's not a scrub. I mean, I don't like Julius Randle for the sole reason of last year. I felt like he was just too, selfish with the ball. He would get the ball and spin move into the lane and just lose it, turnover machine. He thinks he's LeBron James, dribbling at the 3-point line and being a point forward when you're not. Like Julius Randle, not a fan of his, but he's not a scrub. He's not like the worst player in the NBA, but I would definitely think that they rather move on from him. Is Frank going to start? What's up, Henny God? I remember you from last night. Welcome into the stream, my man. Love the J.R. Smith reference there. Knowing Tom Thibodeau with defense, I could see Thibodeau just falling in love with Frank because, like I keep saying, Thibodeau is a defensive-minded coach, and I think that Frank and Thibodeau is a match made in heaven with Mitch down low. I think that this Knicks team has potential to be a top 10 defense. I really do. I really do. Toppin Rookie of the Year. I would love Obi Toppin to win Rookie of the Year. I think that he is the most NBA ready out of the draft. He's 22 years old. He's an older type of rookie. But, that's a player that should be having immediate impact. And those type of players are Rookie of the Year type of guys. No stopping Toppin. You got that right, John. Dude, I heard that you are from Long Island. I'm also from Long Island. That's awesome, man. Long Island represent. I wish we could hype on that LIRR and hit up the Garden this year, but that's going to suck without, going to the games. Is it true that 10 seed makes playoffs now or only 2020? To be honest, Chris, I did not hear anything of that. I don't know if that's the case or it's not the case. So if you guys know the answer to that in the chat, let me know because I have no idea if they're expanding the playoffs because, I mean, they did it in the NFL. They did it in the MLB. So if NBA wants to hop on the trend, they probably should. What else we got? So again, thank you guys so much for joining in. We got 73 people in the stream. Make sure you smash that like button on your way into the stream. If you guys are enjoying yourself, if you guys are enjoying my content, it takes 2 seconds to smash that like button. I would appreciate that a ton. You guys are amazing. Daniel agrees that Randle and Obi can be on the same team. Say we do trade away Julius Randle, who's going to play the 4 besides Obi Toppin? Is it going to be, Kevin Knox at the 4? Is Iggy going to get playing time? We got rid of Bobby Portis. We got rid of a lot of forwards on this team. So who would start at the 4 if we trade away Julius? Because trust me, I want Julius gone, but I just don't know who, I know we got a lot of players, Omari Spellman and, from those trades, but there's a lot of moves that are yet to be made for this team. Salute to everyone in the chat. Salute to Knicks Media. Thank you so much, my man. I remember you from last night. Welcome into the stream, bro. Welcome in. Make sure you guys smash that like button on your way in. Knox is not a 4. I agree. I don't think he's a 4. I just mentioned it because who will play at the 4 if we trade away Julius? I think that he should stay at the 3 with Knox. Iggy is a GOAT. Dylan, I couldn't agree more. I love watching Iggy highlights in Westchester. My player in my career right now on 2K, I'm in Westchester, so I feel like I am Iggy, and I'm just messing around, guys. But I feel like Iggy has a lot of potential. I think that he was NBA ready. He should have got way more minutes last year, but he did not. He sat on the bench, which was annoying. Henny God says the 10th seed gets you in a playoff tournament with the 9th seed, and then the 7th. Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Okay, so there's a play-in tournament that they're doing. That's what he was talking about. So that makes sense. Let's see the Knicks get that 10th seed so they can get into the tourney. I'm down for that. Knicks, the contender next year, 2021 season. If this is the case, if the Knicks are contending next year for the finals, that means that we made the playoffs this year with this roster, and that means with all the cap space we're saving for 2021, we went out there and signed someone big time, maybe like Giannis. I'm just kidding. I don't want to get our hopes up because we all know what happens when we do that. What's up, bro? What's up, Eduardo? I remember you from last night. Welcome into the stream again, my man. Welcome in. I shook Mitchell Robinson's hand in 2019, and it was 10 times bigger than my face. He is a cool guy. That is awesome. A little fun fact about Mitchell Robinson and myself. Me and him have the same exact birthday. And I'm also wearing Mitchell Robinson's t-shirt right here. Mitchell Robinson was born on April 1st, 1998. I was born on April 1st, 1998. Just a little fun fact. When I found that out, I was like, whoa, I'm literally Mitchell Robinson. I should be playing for the Knicks, right, guys? Wow, we got over 100 people in the stream. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. If you guys are new to the stream, make sure you smash that like button if you're enjoying the Knicks content on my channel, because this has been a fun ride so far. You think Mavs somehow missed the playoffs and then we have another lotto pick? I think the only way the Mavericks miss the playoffs is if there's an injury. I don't think if Kristaps and Luka are healthy, they're a playoff team because Luka's that good. The only way is if they bang it up with injuries. Miles Powell, minutes per game. I'm so happy we got Miles Powell. I'm so surprised he went undrafted. I don't know if he has a spot on this roster because if you look at all the names on there, there's not a lot of spots open in terms of, talent like him. I feel like his only way of him playing this year in 2020 is if there's a lot of injuries and he gets pulled up. I hope he gets minutes because he looks like a shooting guard that would be, that spark off the bench to drain a couple threes. Those step backs look filthy, and I love him. Do you think Miles should start? I would love for him to start, but I don't think he's going to start. I don't think an undrafted rookie is going to start for the Knicks day one. Don't think, though. Love the channel. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, my man. Appreciate that a lot. People sleeping on Austin Rivers. That is true. Austin Rivers is a New York Knick. He is representing his father, who was a former New York Knick back in the day. I think Austin Rivers is going to be a low-key good signing. I mean, first of all, the contract is ridiculous. I don't know how Leon Rose managed to get him for 3 years, $10 million, and the 2 years at the end of the contract are non-guaranteed. So say Austin Rivers does not play well, he's not on this team again. We can cut him without giving up any money. Austin Rivers is a defensive guy. He can play the 1. He can play the 2. He has a 3-point shot. He has a decent playmaking ability. I think Austin Rivers is going to have a good career for the Knicks. And I think that he could play for 3 years. I think that he could be, a Knick for 3 solid years to provide depth at the guard spot. Love the channel. Would you consider doing a live show on Mets Media? Yes, guys. For those of you guys that do not know, I have a bunch of YouTube channels, Knicks Media, Mets Media, and Jets Media. I have not went live on Mets Media yet, but I will definitely start doing that eventually for sure. Who do you feel will have the biggest impact for the Knicks this season? You know what? I'm not going to go player. I'm just going to go coach. I think that, Tom Thibodeau and Tom Thibodeau and the assistant coach, we have a lot of interesting coaches for the Knicks. We got Tom Thibodeau. We got Mike Woodson, who is back. We all love Mike Woodson. He is, a Knicks fan favorite. He brought us to the playoffs with, Melo, Tyson Chandler, J.R. Smith, and all them. So Mike Woodson's back in the building. We got Kenny Payne, who was the assistant coach for Kentucky. And, Emmanuel Quickley loves him. Julius Randle remembers him. Kevin Knox has good chemistry with him. And we have another defensive-minded coach who was on the Warriors, and Draymond Green hyped him up. I forgot his name, but I think the coaching staff has the biggest impact, honestly, because I feel like if this coaching staff is that legit, good coaches can elevate players around them. We got my boy Jack in the stream. What's up, Jack? For those of you guys that will be on this, stay tuned for this channel. Jack will be featured on Knicks Media in the future. He is a huge Knicks fan, just like me, and he thinks RJ Barrett is about to take over the league. I couldn't agree more, my man. Let's go Knicks. Let's go RJ Barrett. I think the starting job is between Frank and Austin. That is interesting. I think Dennis Smith Jr. has potential. I don't think Emmanuel Quickley is going to start. Elfrid Payton could be up there. There's a lot of guys. Bro, RJ needs a breakout and Obi needs to live up to the hype. I mean, 22 years old with college kids. I don't know if he will be as dominant, but he is for sure ready. That's an interesting take. I know where you're coming from. I think Obi Toppin is going to transfer his talents into the NBA pretty well because he shot 42% from three in college. That's pretty nuts. For a guy that's a high flyer and dunks on everybody, he has a jump shot. And if he can be consistent, especially mid-range for that nice pick and pop, if he can stretch the floor, making threes, catching lobs, and if he can develop a post game, and most importantly, the one thing that concerns me about Obi Toppin is his defense, because that's definitely a weakness, and that's something we need. I was born on April 1st, too, and I told Mitchell when I met him I was going to a Knicks game to meet him again, but the virus messed it up. That's awesome, Justin. We all are April Fool's Day babies. Me, Justin, and Mitchell Robinson, born on April 1st. Love it. Love it. If offense is played through RJ, he for sure can average 25. I couldn't agree more. I mean, if you look at RJ Barrett's career at Duke, which is a one-year freshman year, he broke so many records. I mean, RJ Barrett is a scoring machine. If you can develop a system that is structured around RJ, he could definitely average 25 points per game. I genuinely think that. I feel like right when he gets his groove and he can start knocking down threes, because, RJ Barrett is definitely not the best sharpshooting three-point, shooting guard in the league, but he has the shot. It's not like a broken shot. You saw his tape in Duke. He was the best high school player. He was going to be the first overall pick until, Zion Williamson became a phenomenon, and then Ja Morant emerged out of nowhere and become an absolute stud. So RJ Barrett, I think that if they, suit him well and really develop around him and run the offense through him, I think that he can average 25, no doubt. And I genuinely think that. If you guys are new to the stream, make sure you smash that like button. We got 164 people watching right now, and we got 53 likes. Let's see if we can get this over 100 likes. Can you guys do that? Smash that like button. Get this over 100 likes if you guys are enjoying the content tonight. I'm going to try to go live a lot. I got a lot of content coming up for you guys in the future, so make sure you guys stay tuned because there is a lot of content to happen for Knicks Media. And you guys are awesome. You guys killed the like button last night, and let's do it again tonight because you guys are phenomenal. If Knox doesn't pan out, I immediately want to try and trade for Mikal Bridges or wait for Michael Porter Jr. to become a free agent. Yeah, so we drafted Knox over Mikal and MPJ. And, that's an interesting take. Kevin Knox, when we drafted him, I knew he was going to be a long-term project. I knew that it was going to be a, 19 years old. Even John Calipari said it. There's a different energy. Kentucky head coach, when we drafted Knox, he was obviously very happy and he was very optimistic about Knox and the Knicks. But he said, I remember it 2 years ago, be patient with Kevin Knox. He's not going to be amazing right away. He's a guy that's 19 and needs to develop. When he talked about Emmanuel Quickley is 21. He's ready to play right now. So I think Kevin Knox, this is the year we need to see him take that step. He's a guy where I said when we drafted him, all right, let's see what Knox can do in 3 years. And this is the year where we will determine if Knox has a future on this team. People sleeping on Frank. I couldn't agree more, Ralph. I am not one that sleeps on Frank. I am one that thinks Frank has tremendous potential, especially his defensive upside is through the roof. I think the only thing that Frank lacks is what he needs to get, which will take his game to another level, is confidence. When he gets that confidence and he can drive to the rim and not be too hesitant to shoot the ball, he has offensive skills, but he just feels like sometimes he's too afraid to shoot the ball. Hold on. Running the offense through RJ will be nuts. I think he will be fire if they do that. Y'all overreacting. Frank, he's garbage. See, we do have, Knicks fans that think Frank Ntilikina is garbage. I do not think that, but, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. That is totally okay. For those guys that are new to the stream tonight, I want to plug this one more time. I made a brand new YouTube channel today called Basketball Kingdom. It's going to be all about the NBA, and I'm going to be going over, top 10 teams in the league, top 10 rookies, predictions, who's going to make the playoffs, who's going to win the championship. And it's not going to be me on camera. It's going to be type of highlights and graphics and me voicing it over. So if you guys are interested in NBA content, make sure you go down below in the description, click on the link and subscribe to Basketball Kingdom. I do not have any videos there yet, But this week and the week after that, I'm going to put my head down and grind out a lot of videos on Basketball Kingdom. So if you guys are interested in NBA content, make sure you go subscribe so you guys are ready for that. And if you guys are not already subscribed to Knicks Media, make sure you do that as well. Dennis Smith Jr. needs more time. I agree. Dennis Smith had a lot of time. Him and Frank had the same amount of time in the league. Dennis Smith is a little bit of a disappointment for me. I thought when we got him, he was going to, be way better than he did. And I think that he needs to fix his jump shot. We saw in the offseason last year that, he reworked his jump shot. It's a completely different three-point shooter now. And that it was still not good. This year, it's the same thing all over again. I'm not going to fall into the thing. Lob City 2.0 with Obi and Robinson. I'm down, man. I went over this last night in my stream. I think that the one thing we lack when it comes to Lob City is that Chris Paul type. I went over this last night. Lob City on the Clippers, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan. I can compare them to Obi Toppin and Mitch Robinson, but they had Chris Paul throwing up lobs. We don't really have that, but I hope we could. We hope we could. How many damn channels? I know, man. I got a lot of channels, and I am just loving this YouTube stuff. I love creating content about football, basketball, baseball, all my passions. So if you guys are interested, helping me out, go subscribe to all my channels. That'd be awesome. Yes. Don't tell me you a damn Jets fan. Oh, we got a Giants fan finding out that I'm a Jets fan. So yeah, man, I was a Jets YouTuber before I was a Knicks YouTuber. I'm still a Jets YouTuber. I don't know why I said that in the past tense, but yeah, I am a Jets fan. Sorry if that makes you a little upset, but it's the truth. I know we got a lot of Giants fans in here. It's all good. It's all good. New York sports, baby. Elfrid Payton, though, can set them up for now, no? Yeah, that's true. Elfrid Payton is a good playmaker. I feel like Elfrid Payton is a guy that could get, throw up those lobs. RJ Barrett actually threw up a lot of lobs to Mitchell Robinson, and I think that he's going to do well. Why is no one thinking Kenny Payne can get Randle to the next level? I agree here, Jason. This is one thing that I'm talking about when it comes to Julius Randle might not be getting traded. It's because of Kenny Payne. For those guys that do not know who Kenny Payne is, he was an assistant coach under John Calipari in Kentucky, and he has a lot of history with some Knicks players: Julius Randle, Emmanuel Quickley, Kevin Knox. So Kevin Payne is familiar with Julius Randle, and maybe he could unlock Julius because if you look at Julius on the Pelicans 2 years ago, he was a stud. So I don't know, man. Could he? We'll see. So can RJ be the best player on the Knicks this season? I'm not going to sit here and say yes 100%, Andrew, but I think there's a very good chance that RJ Barrett is the best player on the Knicks. You think Austin can start? I don't know if he's going to start. There's so many crowded guards. If they do play RJ at the 3, then I could see Austin Rivers starting at the 1 or 2 because that opens it up even more. But, I just don't know, to be honest. Dennis Smith Jr. is like, what is he, man? His work ethic is as streaky as his scoring. He's immensely gifted, but doesn't work hard enough to be consistent. Role player, period. Yeah, man, that's how I kind of feel about Dennis Smith. I had a lot of high hopes for him, and he kind of disappointed me. He does look a little lazy. He kind of looks like lackadaisical, and that's the one issue with Dennis. I hope he can turn that around because this is a year where I feel like Tom Thibodeau could unlock it, but we'll see, man. I like the New York Yankees, so you should make a general MLB channel called MLB Media. I'll probably will be making an MLB channel eventually, but that's going to be in the future. I got a lot of YouTube channels to work on right now, as you guys know. And I'm also, for those guys that are seeing like, yo, wow, you guys, I have too many YouTube channels. How am I going to do this? I'm also thinking about, hiring a team around me and helping me out with content. I got a bunch of my friends already, helping me out. On Basketball Kingdom, I'm going to have one of my friends writing scripts for me. On one of my NFL channels, I got one of my friends, writing scripts for me. If any of you guys are interested in, potentially hopping on board and becoming one of my content creators, let me know. And I will definitely, shoot you an interview because I want to build this thing to give everybody a chance to voice their opinions. And, if there's any video creators out there, I would love to work with you guys. I would love to work with you guys. I don't know if Nerlens going to help out Mitch because he maybe see Mitch as competition for the center spot. You want to cash out. Yeah, I could see that because Nerlens is definitely, a guy that's young and hungry and wants to prove to be the starter. He was a really, top like pick recently. Not recently. I don't know. He's 26. So it was like, 4 or 5 years ago when he was a top pick. And I could see that happening. We got to grind. This is one of my other YouTube channels for everyone that's saying I have too many. Loyal Media Sports Podcast. This is my co-host down there. What's going on, Ali? How's it going, baby? The grind is real. Do you think the Knicks are done making moves for now as far as free agency trades go? I don't think they're done for one reason. They have a lot of cap space left. And I feel like what they're doing with this cap space is extremely smart. They're calling up teams, and any team that needs to get rid of some players because they want cap relief, they're sending draft picks to the Knicks to acquire that. And that's what Leon Rose is doing. That's just genius stuff. The entire Knicks front office deserves a lot of credit, not just Leon Rose. Everybody working for him is all in this together. Starting Frank, RJ, Julius, Knox, and Mitchell Robinson. The Knicks will run the offense around RJ Barrett, Mitchell Robinson. Obi going to play 8 minutes. I don't want to see Obi play 8 minutes. I don't think he's going to do that. I do not think he's going to do that. How many wins do you think he would get? I think this is a title. This is the title of the video is how many wins you think we'll get. So I might as well answer this. Someone last night asked me, are we going to win 35 or more games? It's a 72 game season, not 82. So I don't see the Knicks winning 35 games. Maybe between 25 and 30, I can see they could shock us and win 35 plus. I'm not, canceling that out. But where this Knicks roster is right now, it's so unknown. And I would just be completely unrealistic if I would sit here with a straight face and say the Knicks are going to win 35 plus games. I'm not going to say that and be unrealistic. I'm a realistic guy. I'm not delusional. How would you feel if the Knicks had Westbrook? If the Knicks had Westbrook, I would answer that question before a little differently. I would say that we would win 35 plus games, maybe even 40, because Westbrook is a win now move. Westbrook is a guy that can elevate guys around him. He is very inefficient in terms of, percentage wise. He does get a lot of teammates involved around him. I feel like it's a very underrated part of his game. I feel like people label him as a ball hog, but he's really not. I mean, he averages a lot of assists, and he played pretty well with James Harden and Kevin Durant when he was there, and then he won MVP when he was all alone in OKC. So if he's on the Knicks, it depends what we give up for me to really answer this question. The Knicks will be lucky to win 30. Yeah, exactly. See, it's not that likely. Robinson is not what you think he is. Apparently, Mitchell Robinson's not what I think he is. That's okay. I think that Mitchell Robinson has potential to be a solid defensive center in this league with a high field goal percentage and a pretty good, consistent rim protector. That's really what I think Mitchell is. I think his potential is through the roof. RJ Barrett trade for Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson just ruptured his Achilles. I don't think that would be the smart move. Prayers up for Klay Thompson because he's a phenomenal player. I hope he gets better quick. Guys, if watch the streams and aren't subscribed, subscribe. Yeah, what Knicks number 1 seed said. If you guys are not subscribed to Knicks Media, make sure you subscribe. That's awesome. Love that, I don't know if I like that profile picture because we see Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving and Jimmy Butler there, and that's not going to happen. But yeah, guys, if you guys are new to the stream, make sure you guys go subscribe to my brand new YouTube channel down below, Basketball Kingdom. I'll be posting a bunch of NBA content there. That would be awesome if you guys can go do that for me. No, thank you. Keep RJ. I agree. I think we should hold on to RJ and we should not trade him until we see 3 or 4 years of him on the Knicks because I think RJ Barrett's potential is through the roof. Can RJ be the third option on a championship team in the future? Yeah, absolutely. I think RJ Barrett's potential is through the roof, but it's, I'm not going to sit here and say RJ Barrett's the next LeBron or the next, James Harden, but I feel like RJ can definitely be, if we build through the draft and RJ becomes a stud and then we go out there in free agency and acquire, 2 stars and RJ's the third option, that's a good team. Clutch B-Ball TV just hit 1K. He streamed and said he watches you. That would be a great collaboration. I'm down. I want to collaborate with as many YouTubers as possible. Let me know, who you guys know about. And how did you, I'm just curious, MGC, how did you know that he watches me? Because that would be awesome if I collaborated with him. Fade for Cade. What are we going to tank for the first pick all over again? The Knicks are not going to tank on purpose. And if we get the first pick, hopefully we get lucky like the Timberwolves or the Pelicans the past 2 years, and we're like a decent team, but we just win the lottery. That would be awesome. RJ is nothing like Wiggins. RJ works really hard. Wiggins is lazy. See, that's one thing I love about RJ Barrett is his work ethic. He has a chip on his shoulder. He has that dog mentality. He had that Maple Mamba nickname. I know he didn't want to be called that anymore after the tragic passing of Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace. But, he had that, Mamba mentality in terms of he has that killer mindset. When he's on the court, he wants to do everything. I think that RJ Barrett's mindset is going to take him a long way in this league. I think mental game is so important. And that's why guys like Michael Jordan is, the greatest player of all time. Guys like LeBron James is the greatest player of this generation. Their mindset was on another level. It's all about the brain. And that's why I feel like RJ's potential is just through the roof. RJ is literally built for New York City. Same with Obi. Couldn't say it any better, man. They both had pictures of them young, repping New York Knicks merch, and that is just awesome. Amir, thank you. This is the exact player comparison I always have for RJ Barrett, and I'm going to tell you guys why. RJ is more like Dwayne Wade. I always tell my friends this whenever people say, yo, who'd you compare RJ Barrett to? I would say a left-handed version of Dwayne Wade, and let me tell you guys why. So this does not mean, RJ Barrett's going to be the next Dwayne Wade, but in terms of play style, Dwayne Wade was just so good at, having the feel for the game. First of all, he had that killer mindset I was just talking about. He also drove to the rim, and he was so patient. He felt like he was in slow motion going to the rim. He was also a relentless finisher. He wasn't the best three-point shooter, but he can shoot the ball, here and there. He has a good mid-range shot, and he's more about, driving to the rim. He's also a good playmaker. I feel like that is literally RJ Barrett's game, but just with the left hand. RJ Barrett, when he goes to the rim, he's in slow motion. He's kind of patient with it, and he absorbs contact and, finishes it. I feel like RJ Barrett is, a very good Dwayne Wade comparison. Am I going to buy an Obi jersey? I was thinking about it, but, I learned, man. I know I have an RJ Barrett jersey right there, but when it comes to the Jets, I know there's not Jets fans in here, but I'm just going to, briefly touch on it. I'm not buying a Jets jersey again because every single Jets jersey I buy, they go away. So I'm not going to do the same thing with the Knicks because I'm scared to buy a jersey and then they get shipped away for some reason. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to buy my Obi jersey after this year or 2 years later to see what he really is. Man, DM Knicks Fan TV for a collab. I would love to, man. I've been watching him for a long time. Who would you have picked at 8? I think that I would have picked Obi. He was the best player available. And I feel like that's who I would have done. How old am I? No disrespect. You disrespecting me, bro? How old do you think I am? I'm just kidding. I'm 22 years old. And graduated college last year. So 22 years old. Go Bills. We got a Bills fan in here. Yeah, man. Let's go Jets. I know. I got nothing to say. We're 0-10. It's okay. Clutchball TV just hit 1K. He said he watches you and be good crab. I asked him, that is how I could try. Yeah, that would be awesome. I'm going to definitely try to reach out to him because I just created this channel literally less than a week ago. And I would love to do that. Collaborate CK2K. I would love to. CK2K is definitely one of my favorite Knicks YouTubers. Been watching him for so long. I would definitely try to collaborate with him. If you guys want to comment on all these people's videos, like for those guys that want me to collab with, CK2K, Knicks Fan TV, go comment on all their videos and stuff and be like, yo, check out Knicks Media. You should collaborate with him just so they know who I am because that would be awesome. 22 like Obi. Yeah, man, it's crazy. I'm the same age as Obi. I'm this exact same age as Mitchell Robinson. Like I said earlier, Mitchell Robinson was born on the same exact day as me, April 1st, 1998. Pretty wild. Jets fan from Buffalo. Wow, let's go. I went to college upstate New York. I went to Brockport, so I know all about the Buffalo, Rochester area. Obi is the best player the Knicks have. I'm down for that to be true. I bought a Darnold jersey last year. I'm hoping he lasts. Let's go Jets. I feel you, man. I got a stitched Darnold jersey I'm staring at right now, and I'm hoping that I do not have to get rid of him. Who would your blockbuster trade be for this offseason if you're Leon Rose? You know, it depends who's available. I love Devin Booker. I think Devin Booker is someone that if he's not happy in Phoenix, go and get Devin Booker. You know, he has history with Leon Rose. He was his former agent. Go get him. Do you think we should have got Halliburton? Yeah, that was definitely when the Knicks were on the clock. I was like, all right, it's either Obi Toppin or Halliburton. And we went, the Obi Toppin route. I feel like they were comfortable with the guards. And I feel like Obi Toppin's potential is way better than Halliburton. I know Halliburton was more of a better fit for the Knicks of what, team needs wise. But Obi Toppin is a talent it's hard to pass on, especially at 8 when he was a projected top 5 pick. Wow, we got over 200 people tonight in the stream. Make sure you smash that like button if you have not already. We got over 100 likes. Last night, we got 200 likes. Can we get back to 200 likes in the stream? Because last night, you guys killed it. So if you guys are enjoying tonight's stream, make sure you go and hit that like button. Let's see if we can get this over 150. And you guys are awesome. Let's see if we can do that. LeBron will be a Knick next season, free agent at 37. Can you imagine that? Imagine the Knicks get LeBron finally, and he's like 37, and he's still a beast, and then he just takes the Knicks to the championship. It's not going to happen, guys, but that would be so sick. Only buy retired players' jerseys. Namath, Ewing, Strawberry. Yep, I'm realizing, man. That's what I'm realizing because I just always mess it up. Always mess it up. If we get Bron James Jr., we could LeBron 100%. Whoever Bron gets, LeBron will go there. I always say this. I say this to all my friends. I'm like, yo, I guarantee wherever Bronny James goes, LeBron is going to retire there. It's LeBron James. He can do whatever he wants. Even if a team's not interested in LeBron at like the age of 41, LeBron will be like, yo, I'm going to play with my son, whether you like it or not. So you're signing me. What up, man? I'm a Knicks legacy, and I always believe Knicks. I was wondering, what do you think of Noel, Burke, Rivers free agency, and how do you feel those free agencies? So, overall, the Knicks free agency was what I was hoping for. There was nobody out there that I wanted to give a max contract to. So they went the smart route by, staying put and signing, second and third year players to 1 year deals so they can have cap flexibility next year to maybe get that big ticket guy that we need. So, those guys, Noel, young guy that's hungry. Alec Burks is a nice veteran. Austin Rivers is another, he's not old. He's not young. He's 28 years old. And I feel like he's going to, provide good depth at the guard spot. I feel a rookie team is not a good idea. At first, I was upset, but we didn't get a point guard. But in Leon, we trust. Great Obi pick. I agree, man. I feel like Obi is not going to play like a rookie. I genuinely think that he is a guy that can come in here and play well right away because he is a beast. Obi Toppin is 22 years old, and he won College Player of the Year. No one's worth a max contract out there. Agreed. Yeah, man. That's really what I took from Leon Rose, the most. I feel like if Steve Mills was still here, they would have offered Gordon Hayward the house. They would have offered, who else was available. There wasn't that, big guy. I'm telling you guys this. When the Knicks sign a guy to a max contract, whether in free agency, I'm not saying re-signing our own guys, that player better be a guy that could take us to the next level. I do not want to see the Knicks sign a max contract unless this guy is a superstar, because we do not want to put money into mediocrity. This Knicks team cannot settle for that. We need to be great. And the only way this Knicks team can start winning consistent championships is what I keep saying over and over again in these streams is win now with our young talent, build a foundation around Tom Thibodeau, RJ Barrett, Mitchell Robinson, Obi Toppin, all these young guys that will attract all these free agents that we've been so desperately wanting for all these years. There's a big reason why there's no free agents that's coming to the Knicks right now. is because there's no established culture. There's, James Dolan is a terrible owner. They're not winning ball games. They're just not a good team. But that can really quickly flip the script if we start winning, games this year. With Tom Thibodeau, we have a respectable coach. We have a coach that's done it before. He's turned 2 organizations into playoff teams that were not before, with the Chicago Bulls and the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think he's going to bring us to the playoffs, Tom Thibodeau. Maybe not this year, but a year after that. Oh, wow. You guys are awesome. I've been live for 45 minutes already. So there's 15 minutes left in the stream. So if you guys want to send in more questions, go ahead. We got 227 people watching right now. If you guys are new to the stream, make sure you smash that like button on your way in. I would always appreciate that. And when I say smash that like button, I'm just saying that so I can get this stream out to as many Knicks fans as possible, because I want a bunch of Knicks fans in here asking questions. And if you guys are not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because I'm posting and streaming a lot of Knicks content. What would you ask for in exchange for Randle? You know what? I don't even know. I don't care. I would just want him off the team. I'll even pack it. I'll even throw in a couple second-round picks we got just to get rid of him. Would you offer Paul George $25 million a year? This is a good question. Paul George is definitely up there in terms of those guys that's worth that money, because he's a superstar. Maybe he's a little past his prime. I don't know, man. Paul George, I would definitely consider it. I don't think Paul George is a bum by any means. But, Paul George, offering him $25 million a year, it really depends where this team is. It really depends on where this team is at. What is Randle's trade value? What team could use Randle? You see, hold on one second. I got to plug my laptop in. But Randle's trade value is pretty not good, because his contract's a lot. And his contract is like around $18 million per year. Sorry, guys. Hold on. His contract's around $18 million per year. We also have an out of his contract next year. So we signed him for a 3-year contract, but there's a team option after the second year, which is after this year. So we'll see if he's a Knick. So I feel like it's going to be hard to move that contract. And I don't really see a team out there that really wants to go get him. This guy has the PS5. Yeah, I'm actually going to be making, next gen PlayStation 5 2K content, all about the New York Knicks. So stay tuned on that. If you guys want to see next gen 2K content, make sure you subscribe, because I'll be posting a lot. I'm going to go online as the Knicks and verse people. I'm going to go into my GM, or it's called my NBA now, and simulate some seasons, become Leon Rose, sign players, draft players, do all that great stuff on 2K. I've been having so much fun on PlayStation 5 2K, so it's awesome. So make sure you subscribe for that. Thoughts on Steve Novak? Steve Novak, what's up, Jack? Approved of Obi Toppin. If you guys did not see that, Steve Novak did say that Obi Toppin is going to live and breathe New York. He'd love to hear that, because Steve Novak is one of the best, one of the most fan favorite Knicks in this past decade. I mean, how can you not love Steve Novak, man? I just commented on a few people's vids to go collaborate with you. Let's go Yankees. Let's go Knicks. Let's go Jets. Thank you so much, my man. I appreciate that. Really do appreciate that a lot. Who will start at point guard this year? So this is the question on the video, the title. And I kind of want to ask you guys this question. I'm going to throw this question back at you. So in the chat right now, who do you want to start at the point guard spot? There's a lot of names that we can say. I guarantee everyone's going to have their own opinion. Is it Elfrid Payton, Frank Ntilikina, Austin Rivers, Emmanuel Quickley? Is it someone I did not mention? There's a lot of point guards that could be the starting day one. So let me know in the chat, or comment down below if you're watching this after the stream. Who do you want to start at point guard? Because I'm so up in the air who I want. It's going to be so interesting to see who I want. And I'm curious to see what you guys say. We got Frank Ntilikina. We got Lonzo Ball, John Wall, Rivers, Frank. Yeah, man, Lonzo Ball, I would love for him to be a Knick, but I don't think we're going to trade for him. So it seems like the majority say Frank. We got some Austin Rivers. This guy wants Poop to start. Okay. I think he's low-key really good, actually. I think he should start. Dennis Smith Jr., This guy wants Elfrid Payton. Okay. Austin, you got to have Frank start, give you the defensive edge, just needs to get comfortable on offense. Jordan, that's my answer. I say Frank Ntilikina just because of the defensive upside. Quickley, hold on. Where did that comment go? Someone said Quickley is not a point guard. He is a point guard. He said himself that he feels more comfortable playing at the one. He's been playing, the one position his entire life. But he said he can play the two. But I think the Knicks are going to use Emmanuel Quickley at the one spot and the two spot. I don't think we have to label him a two or label him a one. He can play both. But the narrative that Quickley is not a point guard is false, which is okay. Payton is the only one that shot over 40%. Yeah, he was efficient. Payton only has eyes for Randle. Yeah, that's the one thing that really drove me insane. Last year, how many times did you guys notice this? RJ Barrett has a phenomenal first half. 17 points, shooting like 7 for 10 from the field. This happened a lot. And I'm like, wow, RJ Barrett, he's about to have a breakout game. He's finishing the game with 30 points. And then the second half, they just ice him out. It's like, all right, RJ Barrett, you had a good first half. The rest of the game, we're going to do pick and roll Elfrid Payton and Julius Randle. And just RJ Barrett's in the corner like this. Wide open. And they just don't give him the ball. It drove me insane. I'm like, give the ball to RJ. He's the hottest player on the team right now. Like, why are you icing him out? It drove me insane. So Payton only has eyes for Randle. I couldn't agree more, man. Is Miles Powell on the roster this season? I don't know. There's a lot of players on this roster right now. I don't know if he's going to make the roster. I would love for him to, but we'll see, man. We'll see. Yes, exactly, bro. Thank you for that point. Yeah, man, that's really what that's what I saw, man. It drove me crazy last year. Obi is the franchise player. I agree. Miles Powell. Let's go, baby. That is such facts, man. It really does frustrate me. I feel like Elfrid Payton as a point guard, his numbers are all right, but he kind of has that selfish assist mindset, if that makes any sense. He kind of he has the ball, he dribbles it out, and he's like, okay, how can I get an assist? You don't want that type of player. You want someone that wants to get the entire team involved, get a hockey assist, do it, move the ball. I feel like Elfrid Payton would dribble it up. He would dribble the ball after 15 seconds, and it's about the shot clock violation is going to happen, and then he passes it last minute, and that would guarantee him an assist. That drove me crazy. That's why I did not really want Elfrid Payton re-signed, but he did, so we got to do it. We got to do it, man. Dude, I've watched mad Kentucky games, and he was the point guard. Quickley rarely ran the point guard or ran the offense. Hugh Loesch, yeah, man. I think that I'm just basing this off what Emmanuel Quickley said himself, and he said he feels more comfortable at the one, but I don't think that they're going to, throw Emmanuel Quickley and just label him as a one or a two. I think he's going to be a combo guard and play both. Payton is a stat chaser. I agree. Wow, you guys are crazy. We got 233 people in the stream right now. Could we get this over 200 likes? We got 141 likes, over 200 people in the stream. If you guys did not already, make sure you hit that like button so we can get this out there to as many Knicks fans as possible. Knicks Nation, you guys are amazing. I mean, the amount of people that are already on this channel and showing me all this love is crazy. I'm making a my player on the Knicks in my career. I am as well. I actually just chose to be part of the Westchester Knicks, and I'm excited to be part of that. If you guys want to see me create, my player content on Next Gen 2K for the PlayStation 5, let me know. How do we fix our problem? Oh, wait. Do you think the Knicks should run Obi at the 3 or have him Randle come off the bench? Yeah, I saw a lot of Knicks fans saying on Twitter that, Obi Toppin could be playing at the 3. And I was like, maybe. And then you saw a footage of him, his jump shot looks so fluid. His dribble moves look good. He kind of looks like a 3, but he was playing that big man role in Dayton. So who knows? I don't know if he's going to be starting at the 3, but we'll see, man. What is your expectations for Iggy this year? I'm just hoping he gets minutes, man. Last year, I was so upset that he did not play. I'm so upset he did not get the minutes he deserved. Last year would have been the perfect opportunity for him. We were just wasting time with Mo Harkless Why are you getting minutes? Wasting time with Bobby Portis. There's so many players that were just getting minutes that just drove me insane. I'm like, why are you getting minutes over our young talent? Let Iggy go out there and let Iggy ball out because he's a dog. He'll never play the 3. Yeah, I don't really think he'll play the 3 either, man. I just feel like there's a lot of Knicks fans that think he should. I don't know if he will. I think he's a stereotypical 4 that will be, stretching the floor and drilling threes, dunking on people, catching lobs. I feel like Obi should play the 4. Richie, should Obi get traded for draft picks? No, he should not. Obi should be on the team, and we should, hold on to him. Make Knicks great again or Clutch B-Ball TV. Yeah, I definitely came across their channels before. I would love to collaborate with them. If you guys want to go comment on their channel and tell them to, hit up Knicks Media and stuff, I would love that. I'm definitely out there to collab. Tom Thibodeau will probably run RJ crazy. He's known for playing his star players a lot. I'm down. I feel like if there's one player that can handle a heavy workload, that is RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett loves to be the man. He has that alpha dog mentality, like I mentioned. And I just feel like RJ is going to go crazy this year, guys. I really do. Obi is Amari 2.0. Start him at the 4. Yeah, I agree, man. I feel like Obi is a little more fluid with his jump shot early on. But, you can't really, I love that comparison with Amari. But Amari at 22 years old was like in the NBA already and dominating. How come you not have super chat for your live stream? I would love to send you something for your background. Thank you so much, David. I would appreciate that super chat, but as of right now, this channel is not monetized yet. So that means there is no super chat availability, but that will be changing in the next couple of weeks. So David, I really appreciate you wanting to send me a super chat. That is very generous of you. So that will be up and running probably in a week or so. So stay tuned. And again, David, that is awesome that you're even considering sending me in a donation. Thank you so much. Who would you get for Randle in a first? I don't know. I don't really see a lot of people. I would love to trade Randle in a first for someone crazy, but I don't know, man. Richie, in sometime in this channel, who you have a call with us for live stream. Yeah, I would love to have my subscribers hop on the live stream and, let you guys talk about some Knicks basketball. Because I'm just a Knicks fan like you guys. I'm nothing crazy. I'm just a kid that loves the New York Knicks. And I just have I just have an opinion. Hold on. Trying to see. Yeah, so I just subbed like you and you're amazing on the stream. Also part of the Knicks. Keep up great work. I'm from Bronx. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that a lot. So, yeah. So if you guys are new to the stream, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. How come there's no ads on your videos? That is because I am not monetized yet. I have to go through this whole process. So, there's no ads on my videos. So enjoy ad-free Knicks content. What's your projected starting 5 for the Knicks? All right, this is not my projected 5, but here is another person in the chat's projected starting 5. This guy has Elfrid Payton at the 1, RJ at the 2, Knox at the 3, Obi at the 4, Mitchell Robinson at the 5. I feel like I just don't see Julius coming off the bench. Would I prefer it? Absolutely, but I just don't really see it. Elfrid Payton at the 1's interesting. I don't know, man. Does Quickley play meaningful minutes this year? Would love for him to, but, we need elite sharpshooting, and I feel like he has a big spot on this team in terms of, like becoming that microwave type shooter off the bench that we need, and maybe he could do that. Where am I from? I'm from Long Island, New York, Nassau County. Austin Rivers sucks. Frank sucks. Got to let DSJ get run and got to see if Knox sucks. That's pretty pessimistic, my man. Got to have some optimism. Bless your soul. You, like all the bad teams in a different world, you would be a Yankees, Nets, and Giants fan. I know, man. I am a suffering Knicks, Jets, and Mets fan. Suffering. So I'm coming on the end of the stream. For those of you guys that did not see, and I know I mentioned this already, so I'm sorry if I already mentioned this. You guys already heard this. But I made a brand new YouTube channel. There's no content on there yet. It is called Basketball Kingdom. I'm going to be posting a lot of NBA content. It is down below in the description. Click on that link, hit that subscribe button. There's no videos yet, but I'm going to be posting a lot of top 10 content and a lot of NBA stuff. So if you guys are interested in NBA content, not just the New York Knicks, make sure you go check out that channel. I will have that up and running in the next couple of weeks. And if you guys enjoyed this stream, make sure you smash that like button. I'm going to come off with at the end of the stream now. We are almost at an hour, and we got 164 likes. Thank you guys so much. You guys are killing the like buttons. You guys are killing the subscriptions. Thank you. I just want to end off the stream by saying how thankful I am to have a platform where I can talk about my favorite team, and you guys just asking me all these questions, and you guys are just awesome. Without you guys, none of this is possible. And I just want to say thank you so much. Without you guys, this is not possible. And I'm so happy to be part of the Knicks community. I can't believe that I have created this channel literally less than a week ago, and I'm already about to hit 2,000 subscribers. That is absolutely mind-boggling. Doesn't make sense in my brain. But stay tuned for way more Knicks content. I'm going to be creating player profiles, breaking down each individual player. I'm going to bring you guys their projected stats, their stats last year, my thoughts on them. I'll be bringing you guys PlayStation 5, NBA 2K, Knicks content. I'm going to bring you guys a lot. So if you guys are not already, make sure you subscribe to Knicks Media and stay tuned. Thank you guys so much again. This is out. This has been a long stream, and get 2K before you end stream. I already have 2K, man. Look, I'll show you guys it. I got 2K right here. Zion Williamson. Make sure you guys stay tuned for Knicks content on there. Knicks content everywhere. And again, make sure you guys subscribe to Basketball Kingdom. You guys are the best. Knicks fans are definitely the best. The Knicks fans are the best, in the entire world. There's Knicks fans all across the world, all across the globe. You guys are the best. You guys are awesome. I love you all. I'll catch you guys in my next stream.